Welcome back to Laketober Part 4. We're officially halfway down the progress bar. This particular drawing is the Cabinet of Curiosities. Now, if you were expecting a different Cabinet of Curiosities, you're a fool. I learned about the existence of the cabinet after I'd already made this particular drawing because I wasn't sure what Cabinet of Curiosity actually meant. So here is the cabinet from the End of Rusty Lake Roots, with all of the sacrificial vials, with all of the paintings and different roots, ready to resurrect one William Vanderboom into the delightful protagonist slash murder victim of Laura Vanderboom. There's not a whole lot I can say about this drawing other than the fact that I like it. It was surprisingly very little amount of copy pasting considering the nature of the drawing. I think the columns at the bottom and the frames of the paintings and the pistons are the only things that really got copy pasted around. Everything else being basically free-handed. Oh god, no. This is Underground Blossom. And this is the idea that I had that did not pan out. And in fact, I have had several other ideas that also did not pan out pretty much whatsoever. Please help me. I do not like this drawing at all. This was made like 10 p.m. the day of, and I just couldn't cough it up. I couldn't make something that was at least somewhat decent, so this was my best attempt at creating something. Just not decent, but something. I just sat Laura at in the corner crying about the disappearance of her mother, of whom you only really have a few sparse Polaroids and a fleeting memory of. Next up you have Rusty Lake Untold. Apparently Rusty Lake made an entire RPG without telling me. Either that or I'd completely forgotten about its existence. They didn't tell me! Ahem. I have no experience playing Rusty Lake Untold, but I do have some experience playing RPGs and the absolute hassle of trying to schedule 5 different conflicting schedules together to get around and actually play a game of roleplay. So I applied that experience a little bit, and the rest is history. Next up is Best Kept Memory. Best Kept Memory is a bit of an adversary of mine. For you see, I had also not participated with the Best Kept Memory pretty much whatsoever, as it was a thing that happened while I was, and still am, full-time working. And having no context to what is happening to anything or anyone within Best Kept Memory, I decided to go full off topic and draw a memory related tale, sort of inspired drawing of There Is No Anti-Memetics Division, just like I did last time with Adam Wheeler. This one was the other protagonist of the Anti-Memetics Division series, namely Marion Wheeler, the actual chief of the division and the person that dies at the end of your last first day. The still frame was taken directly off of Andrea Asnikar, I think his name is that, Andrea Asnikar's movie series that he did on the Anti-Memetics Division. And I really liked the movies, and I really liked the drawing that I've made. I made some creative liberties, such as creating a funky little background with cosmos and stars and whatnot, because I wanted it to be a bit more sci-fi than it perhaps was previously. And above all else, I just really liked the fact that I got to draw a somewhat realistic portrayal of someone whose work I had actually admired for a number of years. Finally, you have The Past Within. Now, because The Past Within came out after the war, I basically have no access to The Past Within, or at least I didn't at the time. Coincidentally, however, I did win for myself an entire cardboard cube that was part of Laketober back in 2023, I believe. And so this thing basically saved me in terms of trying to come up with different ideas for a game that I didn't play and couldn't play on a time crunch. Basically what I ended up doing is photographing my own hand with the cube and doing my best to translate all of the flat hand-drawn pictures on the cube into something that they would represent if it were a three-dimensional object. I actually like drawing from still images because it kind of helps you visualize a lot of the different shapes and different imperfections that are natural whenever you're working with actual photographs as opposed to from your own memory or imagination. So having something that acted as a reference like this saved me a lot of hassle and a lot of heartache trying to do, well, this. One other thing is I did decide to also take off some creative liberties, such as introducing a little green guy in the place where there was a QR code, and also adding a fairly nice space-ish background at the back because I could, and I do think that it's one of, if not my favorite drawings of this entire year, at least as far as Laketober is concerned. If for no other reason than because it's a fairly nice idea and something that I, despite throwing in at the last minute, I did sort of feel proud about the fact that this drawing was as good as it ended up being. There's also a little bit of symbolism, just a little. Not a whole lot, but there's some. I'm very happy about the fact that I included it. I was losing marbles at this point. Anyway, here's the final showcase. Some good drawings, some not so good, but everyone that I'm proud of. Anyway, I'll see you in part 5. Stay tuned.